That gulp wasn't as impressive as you hoped it would be, was it?
No, it wasn't. I heard it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode number 70. It's not as fun as the last one, because that was, I don't know if you know, Carl.
Go on. What was it?
So, I Googled the number 69.
Yeah.
Because people were saying, like, nice and stuff, and I was like, I don't quite know what that means. So I Googled 69. Oh my gosh,
what?
Right. You'll never guess what.
Yeah, tell me. Please tell me.
I saw a man laying, picture this, laying on his back.
Okay, yeah.
With...
Like, is he going like, help me up, I'm stuck in my back.
No. He wants to be... Right, so he wants to be there.
What a mad lad.
And there's a woman... Sorry, it's quite naughty what I saw.
Right.
So there's a woman...
Is she helping him up?
She's not helping him up, Cole. She's holding him down with her...
What? With a hammer?
No. She's sat.
What?
Sorry, it's quite naughty. She sat on his face. She sat on his face.
What, trying to help him up and she's fallen?
No. She wants him to be there as well. And she sat on his face.
Oh, you mean...
Yeah, yeah. But I'm not done, right? Because she is then bent forwards.
No!
You'll never guess what's in her mouth.
Don't say it.
It's his penis. No! And it's hard as well.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It was honestly, I've contacted Google.
Do they know that film is on
Google. Well, I saw that and I've been masturbating for weeks since I've seen it.
Well, I don't blame you. You're the victim here.
I'm the victim. I've been victimised by the Google search results.
Oh my
I had
God.
safe search off. I had safe search off for research because I wanted to make sure that if it was a rude thing, then we weren't exposing it to any youngsters.
It's important to know we should fix this internet immediately. I cannot believe that filth is available here on these here tubes.
Awful.
There's a dog.
Hello, you alright? Do you want a thing? So my dog's just walked in the room.
Spotify listeners, there is a dog, a white and black fluffy dog with a massive tail. That is wagging. He's just walked in, asked for a bit.
Bunny. Lindsay. Bunny. You can do it better. Bunny. Come. Actually, Bunny.
He's actually doing a little trick.
Oh, he's fucking useless, this dog. Bunny.
Yay!
Good boy. Well done.
Oh, what a good dog. What a good big
boy.
dog. We love Enzo.
He got a gourmet lamb dog treat.
God, that's
better
better
than
than
his
you
plan when he
get.
came in here. It really is. I don't think he planned that when he came in here, but my gosh, he got it. But yeah, so I saw some pornography. We've been masturbating for weeks. And since
now here we are.
And here we are.
Wait, but we recorded the last podcast not weeks ago. So what was going on during that?
I Googled it before the podcast. I was masturbating during.
Jesus.
I attached a fleshlight to my desk and I was thrusting the entire
Okay, that's,
episode.
mate, enough. All right, okay, we move on from that bit. I think that bit has reached its natural conclusion, as it were. Any jokes about reaching the natural conclusion?
Just like I did.
There, yeah.
During
nice.
the weird place to listen from.
There it is. Wait, what, I'm talking about Gaylord, Ohio, or whatever it was.
Michigan,
sorry.
Don't say Gaylord as if it's like
What?
that.
I was saying it's Gaylord, Ohio, is what we were talking about.
Michigan.
Yes, Monty Hall. We Monty Halled it. It was great
Cool.
content. Yes, hello, Stumpy. Be
It
the
was
host.
great content.
Move us on. Help me. I'm stranded here. I'm
Calm
paddling.
down. It's just us.
Okay.
It's the most loose format in the world, and you're stressed. It's okay.
I'm so stressed.
Next segment. RLE
Beep.
Guesser.
Yeah.
What a game that is. Because have you done it today?
No, that's the point. I haven't.
Oh, I've done it.
I know. I saw that. I was very disappointed because I did when I shared it
mine.
with the RLE Sportscaster class.
I've done mine.
I did say this should go on every podcast because it's such good podcast content. And then I see you on Twitter going, "Oh,
I got it in two today, baby."
Well done, mate.
I smashed it.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. I'm excited to see. So basically, RLE Guesser is people know Wordle. People don't play Wordle anymore.
Hey,
but people
I do
who
sometimes.
Ugh, cringe. Stacks does, and he's proud, and he reckons people care. Basically, you type in a player name. An amazing person called Cass, I believe. Cass RL made it. And yeah, can you actually just double check that, Carl? Can you scroll down on this page?
Oh yeah. I actually can't scroll down for people to see. Annoyingly, it doesn't like scrolling. That's why I'm trying to make it the right size for the little box that we have on the preview. What I'm going to have to do is just temporarily Sorry,
so
chat.
Cal, RL_Cal made it.
There you go.
And you guess a player in there, and it gives you then their name, obviously, their nationality, their team, their age, and the amount of RLCS lands they've been to. If you are within one of it, or if you're nearby, for any of them, then it goes orange, the box, and then it has an arrow going up or down for RLCS lands and age to say, oh, okay, yeah, you're closer to it, but they're a little bit older, or they're a little bit younger, or they've been to more lands, or they've been to less lands.
I presume it's
if you're
within
dead
1
on,
year.
then it goes green.
I presume it's if you're within 1, like that'll be orange, and if you obviously get it right, you're green.
Yeah,
right?
I'm not. Yeah, I know it would be for the lands definitely, but I don't know if it is for the other ones. And then countries is like nearby, like Canada is near like the US, for example. So
Oh,
Right,
I didn't
Carl.
think of that one. Okay, right, ready?
right, yes. I mean,
I will
I
start.
can't give you anything here.
No, you can't. So you got it in 2, didn't you, earlier today?
I got it in 2. I did really well. I like proper like brainwaved it.
I will start with Moist Esports' Joyo.
Ooh,
English, an
okay.
English person, a bit older than 17, and has attended more than 4 lands.
Mm-hmm.
Who's attended more than 4? I know someone who qualified for pretty much every LAN last season. He made a bit of a name for himself, so I'm not taking
I would
any of
say
the...
to you.
Yes,
do you want
mate?
me to say anything?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not until I
Okay,
struggle.
fair enough.
Next is
'Cause
relating
you've already
wave.
made a blunder.
Have I? No, I haven't.
You have. You've made a blunder.
I don't think I'm calling time. I don't think I've made a blunder because Joyo, English from EU, obviously, Moist, older than 17, more than 4 lands, relating wave, English, older than 17, but relating wave is too old, and has been to 5 RCS lands. So, okay, tell me, what's my blunder?
You've made quite frankly, you're a buffoon.
Why?
You're a buffoon of
Why
yourself.
am I a buffoon of myself?
Because he's from England, but the region isn't Europe.
Oh, I wouldn't have twigged that.
So there's very few players that fit that cool card.
Right, you've given me a massive clue there. Oh, who could it be? If not Nolly, could it be Chronic? No, wait a second. He's American.
No,
so close.
Oh,
It must be apparently Jack. Whee! Thank you. I got today's RLE guess, and with 5 tries, I'm on a 1 day.
Share that.
All right. I'll quickly share my score. And I'm paranoid that if I click anything, it'll get right.
Click it, pussy.
Because what if it...
Click it, pussy.
The reason I don't do stuff like that is because what if DMs pop open? You know the people that slide into Cool Cole's DMs? I'll share it later. I'll go back and I'll share it later. I'm going back and I'm sharing it later. No, I'm so
click
scared.
it, pussy.
No, I'm so scared of any sort of leakage, mate.
Click it, pussy. What are you doing?
I am never ever going to risk anything to do with leakage. Anything that takes me to Twitter.
Oh,
because it has happened before where Twitter pops up.
God.
Twitter pops up with its stupid like DM box when you open it.
Didn't realise I was in business with a quivering pussy.
Well, you are, so move on. Host.
Unbelievable.
Well, that was RLE Guesser.
Well, RLE...
I got it in 5.
RLE Guess is very good. It's very, very good.
It is good.
I've enjoyed it every day. I've woken up. It's like it gives me the Wordle vibes, where you wake up and you're like, oh, I can't wait to then do the Wordle.
Except I do wait, because it's something that people like seeing live, so I thought I'd wait for sort of content on my podcast.
You went for relating wave when you knew that it wasn't Europe.
I didn't think of that, because the region's new. The region's only been added as of today, I think. That's probably why he apparently jacked it.
My first one, who did I guess? I don't remember what my first one was, actually. But I didn't have the right region either. I got it based on the age and the number of lands.
Fair play. I remember when Wordle was new on our then TV show, That Gaming Show, available on the Jinx app or YouTube or whatever, probably still if you want to go back and watch those back, because they are funny, they are good. Wordle was brand new, and we thought, wouldn't it be fun as a segment to play Wordle as a team? How hard can it be? And we put in our first word, brave, and we got like, A, V were yellow and E was green, and then we spent about 45 seconds thinking, could it be
no.
very...
Yeah.
And then
could it be price?
And then our producer just said, I don't know, the word is whatever it could be.
Whatever. Oh my God, you've written yourself into a corner here. It was
veiled.
Because
veiled.
The E has to be at the end, and the A and the V have to be in different places.
What has a different AV to Brave with an E at the end? If you have an answer, let us know. We are looking at Twitch chat, so Twitch you can tell us, or in the YouTube comments, let us know as well. If you can think of a word that has. So imagine that, shut your eyes and think of Wordle. The word is brave, and it's grey, grey, yellow, yellow, green.
Yeah.
So AV have to be in a different position. E has to be at the end.
The V not being next.
Spiel's key.
Value.
You get yourself a mention.
Outstanding. Well done, Spiel's key. Value does work.
Genius. Any other answers? Chuck them in the YouTube comments.
Unbelievable. Value works perfectly. Wow, what a guy. But yeah, RL Sports Guesser, give it a look. Also RL_Cal on Twitter. He's goated it. He's a good lad. It's very fun. So yeah.
Oh, Trail Wave Value. Well done, Trail Wave.
Well done. Value, you've nailed it. Any more, put them in the YouTube comments. Make sure you do that. Thank you though, guys. Both brilliant answers. Should we move on?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
All right. So,
you don't have to do it. I'll figure it out. You don't have to help me with where the music
could also
goes.
be vague. Spiel's key.
Well done, Spiel's key again.
Spiel's key. He's getting his money's worth out of it.
Man's got his dictionary out, flopped on the table.
Cool.
Yes.
What have you written in our doc? Out of sheer interest. Stumpy's awful holiday plans.
Oh,
when it's my first holiday in about 5 years.
Well, I feel like you're going about this backwards. I don't want to explain your bad holiday. I feel like you should explain your holiday, and then I'll tear into it.
Okay, that's fine.
Because I do care that you're going on holiday, and I hope you enjoy it. But it
sure,
does sound
you're
awful.
A coward for now going back on that. I'd rather you stuck to you being this wormy little rat.
Okay, I hope you have a bad time and get eaten by a mongoose.
That's really harsh, actually. Chat, please berate him. Yeah, I'm going on holiday. Going to Wales with my girlfriend, so that'd be nice. That'd be chill. I'm excited. Going to a cabin. I told you about this, Cole. In person, and you hated it. I know that you hated it. I
Describe
told Cole.
My face right now.
Cole is grimacing, and but also trying to look happy for me.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm happy that you're gonna have a good time. Basically, I'm gonna be going away to a cabin in Wales with no Wi-Fi.
Oh my god!
Like no signal. It's like on the outskirts of like a farm in the hills. You have to like drive to get there. Not taking a laptop. I'm just gonna have my phone that's just gonna be in the other room for most of the time. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna chill. Yeah. Cole,
it can't just be me that thinks that sounds like absolute
wonderful.
hell.
Sounds like heaven.
It sounds awful. Like I am truly happy for you, you know, that you'll have a good time at this thing. But I love watching the world go by. You know, the whole sort of doom scrolling. Everyone goes, "Oh, you need to take time away from screens." Sure, you probably should. I'm happy to admit that I bloody love screens. I like keeping an eye on things. I like watching the football results coming in. I like knowing, oh, that politician said that thing and Twitter's turning against him. Do you know what I mean? I the thought of not seeing that for a week, is it? A week?
From Monday. I love that. Sorry. Let's get this straight.
Let me just get this straight.
5 days, you're telling me.
Jeez.
Yeah, Monday to Friday, yeah.
So you won't even be able to read up on all the sort of post-RLCS shenanigans. You know, if these players argue, if Zen calls Rise a dick, you just won't know until you get back, and then all that will have gone.
Sure, but I'll know it.
Mate, you should schedule some tweets. Schedule some predicted tweets.
That'll be fun.
That's actually.
So I'm away right now.
Yeah, and I've scheduled the following tweets to go out at certain times. Let me know if I hit, and then when you get back, because it'll be like, oh, Stumpy got this one wrong.
I'll see what I hit.
Like one a day.
That's actually a really fun idea. You know.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah, I'll do it at like 2 p.m. every day.
Yeah,
or 4 p.m. every day.
Can't believe blah 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 happened.
I'll put in brackets scheduled on, and then whatever day. That's just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm very much looking forward to just going away, just me and her doing very little. We've got a hot tub, there's a barbecue, there's like a little kitchenette, and literally most of the plans are we've got Prosecco and beer and hot tub, which I'm looking forward to. And we've booked in, Cole, send it you, maybe you'll like it, or maybe you'll think this is fucking stupid, right?
Okay, go on.
We got suckered in by, you know how Airbnb, when you book somewhere, it then says these things you can do nearby.
Yeah.
Like experiences or events or whatever. So we had to look through them. We have booked to take some dinky donkeys around the Welsh hills and have a little picnic with them.
Now, I'm sure you've checked this out. Are the dinky donkeys happy to have people?
Oh, they are vibing.
Cool.
They are pure vibe. They just live on like a farm. I believe I don't know if it was this. There was also a pig, and you can have a little picnic, which I thought was very cute.
Picnic? What, where you cook and kill it? Kill and
no,
cook it?
No, you don't cook and kill your little picnic.
And just get a cheese grater and grate its skin over some napkins.
No. What? Sorry, hang on. What do you think cooking is?
Honestly,
you grate pig skin over napkin. Why napkin? Why not fries or something?
I wouldn't care to know. I don't want to know. That's the picnic way. That's the picnic way, man. That's how they do it in Wales. You've been to Wales a lot recently, haven't you?
Have I? Oh, yeah, I went to Wrexham.
You're going to start turning into a whale of yourself.
That'd be fun. Oh, that'd be good. Like Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
I've not seen it. Is it good?
I've not seen it either, but I know
we should do not necessarily a weekly film watch, but if there's ever a film that we are both planning on watching, we should, discuss.
I saw Spider-Verse.
Any good?
I have many, many thoughts. I think very, very good. Overrated on social media by certain RLCS casters named Shaun Rogers.
Oh, Shaun Rogers. It's because he's
wholly
got
overrated.
A Marvel name has Shawnee Old Rogers. So he can't move on from the fact that Marvel's dead. Wait, is it Marvel, though? The Spideyverse?
Yeah. It's like Sony Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, overrated. Still very, very good. I preferred the first one. That's what I would say. But we can't talk about it too much because it's still a very new film.
Yeah, I've not seen it either.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're going to go walk around the countryside. Some little dinky donks. They just stop and forage.
That sounds cute.
This is going to be lovely.
That sounds
sweet.
That sounds good. And then when you're back, you'll sort of check up on what you've missed out on through Twitter, see if any news has happened in the last 90 minutes or so.
Probably not.
See how the conversation's moved on in the world. Would you be happy, the whole...
There will be mobile signal, by the way. There'll be, every now and then I'll get, a blip of signal and I'll get stuff through.
And you'll send a letter to your loved ones. It'll come through in 6 months' time. My darling parents.
with a locket of my blood. That'll be nice.
What was I going to say? Yeah, I see people posting comments a lot going I just want to live in a cabin in the woods and forget it all and live off the fat of the land. Could you do that? Without going insane, do you think? For life? Maybe you pop into the big city, which is actually a tiny little market town, once, let's say once a year to get bottles of water and some lighters and matches.
Captain Fantastic. You're saying, could I Captain Fantastic it?
Could you Captain Fantastic? If anyone's not seen that film, it's got Viggo Mortensen, a.k.a. Aragon of Lord of the Rings, and... he basically raises his family in the woods, and they're all because he's a very educated person, and he ensures that they read things, that are against what he preaches as well as what he does preach. He makes a whole point of that.
They're very book smart.
The morality of it all comes to the fore. I love that film, and it ends.
I think it's very good.
I won't say the ending, what happens, but the basically they record a kick-ass version of Sweet Child of Mine.
They do.
It's so good. It's on Spotify.
Yeah, I actually watched that recently. I watched it again recently. And very, very good. Outstanding film. I liked it a lot. I couldn't do it to that extent, no. But I like when I've seen The Lord of the Rings and they show you, the intro to the Shire.
Yes.
That just resonates with me internally, where I think I would love to be a hobbit. The hobbits have got it sorted. They've got little pubs. They've got their society. They've got cheese, they've got bread, they've just got food. They live off the land.
Would it not frustrate you, though?
Smoking weed all day.
Would it not frustrate you that there's such a low cap on what they can achieve and who they can impress and who they can reach? And
why do they need to impress anyone?
Well, ask Bilbo. He's the one who's writing his book. He clearly wants people to read his. It's not about impressing people, but it's about
he's journaling it.
Journaling, but for whom? Who would care about what Bilbo, realistically, because we know, because we've seen the film, right? But before he actually went for the ring, no one's going to read his book. He's wasted his whole life in pen and quill.
Why is he that is that's absurd. He's wasted his life living a beautiful hobbit existence, so that has made him very happy.
No, he's
gone
the
on
hobbit
an
existence.
Adventure.
That's leaving the hobbit existence. He's anti-you. You would be the one going, that Bilbo, he always gets up shit over.
Because he went off, did his adventure, and then he came back and then chilled. He went into town for a year. The town was Mordor, but he went into town once a year. Yeah. He did that.
He goes, the pollution's getting pretty bad since I've been gone. Look at this. There's a big tower everywhere and black smoke.
I'm like that hobbit at the start that does the... And then Gandalf comes by and with this fireworks and all the kids are really happy and he's smiling. Then his wife's next to him and he goes...
It's amazing. I've seen that film so many times that I know exactly the character you're talking about. I don't have a good memory, but I can picture him. I knew exactly the scene you were going to talk about before you spoke about it. And there is a certain beauty to Hobbiton.
Well, that makes me so happy. Looking at that, seeing what they're doing, there will be some, obviously that are going to be like, okay, I need to go to
Market.
I don't know. Yeah, I want to go to Helm's Deep or whatever. I fancy that. But I don't know. Yeah, I think there's an absolute beauty in that. There's a really good subreddit called r/simple living. Oh god, you've raised your eyebrows so. But any audio listeners, you might have heard the movement of Cole's eyebrows. Then rocket to the top of his forehead.
The fact that you noticed my eyebrows—that's how expressive they were in that moment.
There was some tectonic movement in your forehead then. My God. But yeah, it's called Simple Living, and it's people just like talking about like, and something that I wouldn't do because I don't have the skills for it, like repairing their clothes and stuff, and like getting bits and bobs like locally, and all the things that are much more like smaller. I like that a lot. I like going to the city every now and then. I like, seeing people, like going to lands and stuff. I adore that. They are some of my favourite parts of the year. Like I need them to get away. But I much suit being in a village. Like earlier today, I was just like walking around, saw no one. It was brilliant. Like I like that. I like not seeing people.
The reason I'm so not against it in general, but I know it's not for me, is that when I finished university, time of my life, going out way too often, 3 times a week, always getting drunk, whatever, living the life, always people there. You play PlayStation, FIFA with your mates, etc. And then after uni, I went back to my parents' rural cottage, proper
that was
chocolate box
extremely
cottage.
rural.
It was extremely rural.
Yeah.
I had to walk before I could drive. I had to walk years before I could drive. I'd walk like 40 minutes.
4 months
yeah,
ago.
true. I was walking like 40 minutes down winding country roads just to get to the local co-op.
Yeah.
And I find
that's too much.
I find that oppressive. I find it. You look around, all you see is green. I feel claustrophobic in the village.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't bring me life because it's all like green. People go, "Oh, what have you?" It's like 4 shades of green, tessellating. Great. Not seen that before.
I want to bring up the eternal point that Cole said. If he went to space and looked out at the Earth, he'd give it 20 seconds and say, "What's next?"
I think I would. I'd rather play space cricket. I'd be the little ADHD kid. There'd be some little 4-year-old going, "Mum, I'm bored." I'd be like, "I'll play with you, mate. Let's go. Let's play catch. Let's play zero-grav catch."
But that'd be fun. But you'd be like, "What's next?" And you're looking at the Earth from space. You'd be like, "I'm done."
If I'd not seen it in pictures all my life, I'd be more overawed. If I was the first astronaut up there, and I went,
I love that the picture's ruining it for you.
Yeah.
You know what to look at now.
No, but I genuinely, like, with art and stuff like that, I don't. Sadly, this isn't me going, "Oh, I'm so cool." I wish I did, but when I look at a piece of art on a wall, it doesn't resonate. Music does. The right note in the right moment, that transports me, teleports, makes me feel something, whatever, right? Art just, and visuals just doesn't, unless there's movement. I like seeing little animals, and I like seeing, if there were cool explosions that you could see from space, that'd be great. But
so would you prefer a GIF to the Mona Lisa?
What's the GIF of?
It's the Mona Lisa, but she's smiling.
That'd be cool. If someone invented, no, I'd rather. I think that just
the Mona
sounds
Lisa.
AI.
I'm with you. I know I'm with you on this. Art, I don't care about. I
didn't use those. I didn't say I don't care. That you've gone stronger than me there, my friend.
Well, but it doesn't. Okay, it doesn't do anything for me. Okay. What I do like about it is the old of it.
There you go. Stumpy likes the old of it. So for any of our older listeners,
what I do like about it is how old it is.
Or the
actual
age,
sentence.
the
or
age
the
of
age. Yeah, the age of it. Yeah. I like knowing. Oh, this was painted in like 1100. That's
true.
Really cool. That's ages ago. Because now is now, but ages ago was then.
I like the technical skill of art. You look at it, you go, "Bloody hell, that's really good." Or like,
yeah, that's like well realistic.
Look at that watch face. He's actually telling the time, and the brushstrokes there, and there's a little fishy in that pond, and you see new details that I like. But if I look at Van Gogh, it's got. I think Gogh's American, and we say Gough, right? I always get mixed up.
Idea.
Van Gogh. I think Brits say Van Gogh. When we look at a Van Gogh, people say like, "Oh, you can really see his tortured mind suffering from mental health," and I'm just like, that's quite a cool picture.
It's a fucking sunflower.
Look at that, yeah. Get some seeds out of that one. That'll help you stop smoking.
I'm not crazy for the art, but I do like the simplicity. I like the looking out at nature and stuff. Like the cabin that we're going to overlooks like cows, and I'm excited to sit in that hot tub for about 4 hours and just watch cows do stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I prefer cows to sheep. Sheep are the worst. When I went to Wales, I was sick of all the sheep. Do you know that a sheep's baa sounds like an impression of a human doing a sheep's baa? They sort of go, Bah! Bah! It's impossible to do a bad impression of a sheep.
A bad impression.
Even that sounds like bad impression.
Bad impression.
You can imagine it.
But yeah, I am excited to just like get out there, do nothing for a bit, and then come back. Then I want to do stuff. That's what I like.
That's
you know?
fair. You'll be raring to go.
I won't be raring to go, but I want to pop along and do some.
Give
bits.
me some content. Put that camera in my face. Let's grind Rocket League. Let's fucking cast a game of Rocket League.
Is this me talking to CJ?
After your 2 monsters.
Honestly, mate, we're gonna skull some monsters in Boston. All right.
Speaking of 2 monsters, my football team had 7 monsters yesterday because we had one sub. My 6-a-side football team. We finally you roll on off subs.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe we had 8. I think it was 7 yesterday.
Yeah, 8v6.
No, they had 8 as well. So it's roll on
It
subs.
was
Why aren't you getting
8v8,
this?
6v6.
So you start with 6, then when you're a bit tired, off you pop, someone else comes on, and then they come off, and you go on. Rolling subs, rolling.
That's like a charity match.
Yes, exactly, like the Sidemen charity matches, to put it in your parlance, you internet zoomer. Basically, this is the... I'm just going to paste this picture, if you give me 1 second. You understand what goal difference is, don't you, Stumpy?
Yeah.
Can you tell the people
stupid.
at home? Well, there might be some Americans who are fucking stupid.
Oh, God.
So, could you explain to them... Oh, 1 sec, it's being a bit laggy for me. There we go. Can you explain to them? Did I lag out for a second?
Yeah, you're back now. Yeah, you're back. Okay.
Explain to them what you're looking at there.
Okay, so you're looking at games played on the left. So everyone's played 15 games, which is good. And then the next column is then the wins. So then you got the top team are just decimating.
Yeah, they take it very seriously.
15 wins, and then the next column is then draws, which is 0 for the top team, and then losses. So win, draw, loss. Then you got goal difference. So the number of goals that you have scored minus the number of goals that you have conceded, then gives you that metric. You that score, that number. And then points is going to be 3 points for a win.
It's actually 2 in our league, but you are right for general football. I don't know why it just is.
Is it 0 for a draw then?
No, 1 for a draw, 2 for a win, 1 for a draw, and 0 for a loss.
Okay. Which team are you, Cole?
Okay, well, place your bets. If I'm bringing this up, which team do you think I am? Do you think I'm the one that's played 15, won 15, goal difference 50? No. Do you think I'm the one that's played 15, won 7, respectable, goal difference -5, so a sort of middling team? Do you reckon I'm maybe this second last one, played 15, won 3, drawn 2, lost 10, still struggling, -19? Oh, they're not very good. Points 8?
No.
Or am I?
Are you
my
actually?
Team played 15 as of yesterday. As of yesterday, 1-0. That says 1 there. Goal difference. What does that number say, Stumpy?
-55. So you've conceded
team.
55 more goals than you have scored.
Yep.
Oh my God! Why do you bother?
Well, why do we bother? So I'll tell you actually after why I bother, because actually
1-3-11.
This is really important to me, but this is our team. They won't mind me pasting this picture. After we won our first match this season.
Nice.
I might go laggy again in a second. It's because I'm doing stuff on my keyboard, because it's not plugged in, so it gets a bit dodgy. Okay. There we go. There we are.
Nice.
The winners. We won our first match of the season. Absolutely loving life. There's me with my lemonade, because I'm a responsible driver. So we won a game. We won 2-1. The opposition fucking hated me, because at the start of it, you see him there.
Yeah.
He's you know who he is? I think you've met him before. I'm not sure if that's Matt. Have you met Matt? I can't remember if you met Matt. You might have met
Matt, as in Josh's brother.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So he's a big lad. I think he played rugby first, and when he gets the ball, he gets his head down and he sprints. He's our biggest weapon for scoring goals. And at the start, do you remember that picture of Saka in the European Championship final, where the Italian guy grabbed him by the neck and just yanked him back?
Clotheslined him, basically, yeah.
He got that done to him, right? Oh. And that started off a little bit of this, a little bit of nitty-gritty, right?
Okay.
And they were giving
Which team were you playing, sorry, out of the...
We were playing, maybe like 4th bottom, so not the second bottom, like
okay,
fourth
so
bottom.
one of the 4-3-8.
Yeah, basically because we live in a really small place, there's not enough for different divisions. So you just play against everyone. So that's why these guys, we have no business playing them, and that's fine, because football, there'll be someone who they don't have any business playing, etc., etc. It goes all the way up, right? But yeah, you all just get smushed in this same division. But yeah, so we're playing, and then they start on him, and they're all like hacking away at us, and then they start talking, and then basically I went a little bit cool in real life. So I thought, right, if they want to start a bit of a fucking, winding everyone up, I'll get involved. Yeah. So I was there going, ref, what the hell, mate? Come on, he was through all that, talking all that. I had the ref say, enough from you. I've never had that. I've never been told off by a referee.
Enough from you.
Yeah. But I knew when to stop. As soon as I was like, yeah, fair enough, and then I stopped. I never went too far.
Okay.
And they're getting more and more wound up. Whenever we touch them, they go, oh, you can't do that to me. But actually, we were, within the rules, like as much as they were, probably more so. At one point, we're 2-1 up, right? We've also got one of the other teams from this league. They were on like the bleachers and they were cheering for us and like going, "Way!" whenever the other team missed, getting under their skin because we always lose.
God.
And we're actually quite a popular team because we rock up, we lose 5-1, shake hands and move on, right? Yeah. So we're the other team rooting for us, cheering for us. And at one point, when we're 2-1 up, one of our defenders is an absolute machine. He's just going left to right, booting the ball away. And every time he'd do it, the crowd would go, "Hey!" And that was
he was just
him up
time
more.
wasting, just getting the ring.
Just hacking away at the ball. That's all we were doing in like the last 5 minutes, right? At one point, we're 2-1 up. They're getting frustrated. The ball goes off. It's like massive pitches in six-a-side. So if the ball goes off, it's a long trip to go get it.
Are you playing side to side like on a normal pitch? Like you're playing like
yes,
width
it's the full width and a lot of sort of our width is that it's not thin pitches. There's a lot of like fitness that goes into this, right? And so the ball trickles off, so it's like way too far to get. There's like a multi-ball system. Their goalkeeper from the other end tries to boot the ball to our end so we can play it, so they can like catch the ball and put it in play. And he absolutely skews it, right? And everyone's looking, and their whole team looking around like, oh, for God's sake. And I go, ref, they're time wasting. They're trying to hold off for the 1-2 loss. And the ref looked at me and went, enough of that right now.
Oh my God. That is such a fucking trolly, awful little comment.
Oh, mate, it was so funny. At the end, right, I went to shake one of their hands. And for the record, they gave as good as they got. They deserved what I did. I promise you, right?
They were also shit-talking hard.
They were shit-talking. They were sort of saying to the ref, like, oh, they're well dirty, even though I promise you we weren't. One of them, who's actually, funnily enough, before called me, I think it was a ginger C word or ginger twat or something. So he's been annoyed at me before, and and that was only because I was sort of being a little bit physical with him. So he and I have history, right? I try and shake his hand, and he's sort of, I was like, come on. I shake his hand, and I was like, come on, good play, well done. Trying to sort of, like, calm, it's over now. Respect,
yeah, exactly.
Sort of
yeah, like, I feel like you can shit to each other in the game.
Exactly.
As soon as you're done, even if you're begrudging, like fuck you still go shake hands, move on.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what. And he was like, "Oh, why were you so cocky or whatever?" By the way, why was I so cocky? Because we're minus 55. We're minus 50 fucking 5.
Because you have nothing to be cocky about,
exactly.
and that's why it's funny.
And the crowd are geeing us up. And he sort of gives me all that. So I'm like, all right, then whatever, mate. Fair enough. So then I turn around, and there's the crowd that's been cheering for us. I'm like the last person to come off the pitch, and I go, all right, then, fuck it. I walk up to the crowd, I go, we won! Like a big fist bump, jump up like that. My mate Harry sprays me with water. All the crowd come and shake my hand. They fucking hated me.
Jesus Christ.
Hated me, but I
love how much shithousery that is. That's outstanding.
I wouldn't have done that last bit. As far as I was concerned, we've got our win.
It was over, yeah.
It was over. But as soon as he's weird about shaking my hand and acting like they're so hard done by, I think, fuck it.
Exactly.
I basically harnessed my Inner-Comm in that moment.
Nice.
And I loved it. And that is our win. So there you go.
You got the dub. Well, good job.
Thank you.
God, minus 50. So it was 2-1. So you eroded it by 1.
By 1/56, I guess.
Nice. Good job. Wow. Well, that 6-a-side. Huge. The scenes. Oh. Cool.
What an outro that was. The mid-burp as you threw. Lovely.
Sorry. Yeah, I almost threw up.
God.
I just love that.
The excitement of the 6-a-side.
Jesus. Do you want to do this pro hero to villain tier list?
Yeah, good timing, really. So this, off the back of me being a comm sort of segment, this came about during a Team Liquid broadcast, the last Team Liquid broadcast, the European Cup, where we were just chatting, as we do on Team Liquid, and we were trying to decide who is the biggest hero of Rocket League to the fans. Right, so he doesn't get on a player's skin. People root for them to win. People
generally beloved by the people.
Yeah, and we had a couple of names, and we thought, tell you what, let's park this discussion. Let's do it properly. Let's do it as a tier list. And I have that tier list here.
We've changed it somewhat because now it's an alignment chart. because we've got hero and villain as one metric along the horizontal axis. Then on the vertical axis, we've then got goated for skill-wise and RLRS if they're not that skillful. So if they're a really big hero but they're not that good at the game, then they'll then go down towards that bottom right corner with hero and RLRS. And then if they're really good and a hero, they then go top right. So, cool.
Should we just dive in?
We're not going to do all of the names on here.
What are your thoughts on Fifi? Where does Fifi go?
In the bin, pal.
Harsh.
I think we should start off. Is Metsanauris on there?
I hope so.
Because he is the one that we spoke about a lot.
Can I just click him or do I have to drag? I've got to drag him, okay.
Drag him.
Tell you what, let me just increase this thing in size again. 1 minute.
So Metsanauris is the one that I felt somewhat sparked this discussion when we were talking about how a pro is influenced, in this game. Or you can make it a bit bigger now as well, if you want. Yeah. You go a little bit to the left.
There you go.
Nice. So yeah, I reckon Metsanauris, he's over on the hero. He is beloved as well. So he's over on the right-hand side. When?
Ooh, the full score for Mets.
He's full. Now we're talking about skill. Now we go on the other metric.
So is this historical? I think this should be their peak.
I don't think it should be their peak.
Okay.
I think it should be where they have been in the general conversation when they have been playing. So Mets has got a very high peak, like with his grand finals.
Yeah, okay.
But he's also had some turbulence with the endpoints and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I reckon
on his way down as well. Bless him.
I reckon he's somewhere, honestly, around there. I'd put him somewhere around there where you are now, just somewhere in the middle.
No, I mean, he's never been even now, he's not RLRS. He's still qualifying for majors. He should be, like, up here, I think. Full hero. Higher. Okay.
Full hero. Halfway at the box, yeah, that's good.
There you go. So that's Metsanauris. By the way, for anyone watching along on YouTube or here in the Twitch chat right now, feel free to just put your shouts in comments, like, to me, blah, blah, blah is the most. I want to hear your mosts of any of them. That's probably the most interesting place. And who's slap bang in the middle? Who's not a villain, not a hero? Somewhere between Goated and RLRS.
Someone that's a boring mid-table player.
Yeah. So, let's continue.
He was good. I've seen Abjack immediately as well. Comm.
Oh, sorry, I've already clicked on Comm because I thought he was the...
No,
and we should also say, this doesn't mean we dislike these people. I mentioned Comm as someone who I had in mind in real life because he's so good at playing the villain. I don't think he's all the way out, but he's certainly in that direction.
Yeah, I think he's like 4/5 of the way over towards villain, like there.
Okay. And then he's a good player.
Then I think he's a good player. I think he's about as high, maybe a bit lower than Metsanauris.
I agree. Yeah.
But more villain than that, actually. More villain.
So more villain, bit lower.
So a lot of people would put him as the villain, wouldn't they? Really?
Yeah, they would. It's a question of, do people actually really go, I really want to see that guy lose? I always want to see Comm win. Even in London, I wanted to see Comm win. Imagine him there in front of the crowd. The crowd's going, boo. He's there going, look at my medal.
Lifting the trophy.
That's dream. That's the stuff of dreams.
Yeah, I think Comm is good there. He's a villain. He's very good at the game, but he's not at as high of a peak as Metsa, I would say.
Do you want to chuck a player at me and I'll put him on? Who jumps out?
Rettles. Let's grab Rettles.
Rettles. I think
because he has had a little bit of a change of route recently, where he's now just doing like news content and stuff. Yeah. I think he's still. Does he like to shit? I don't think he's on. I think he's somewhere in the middle now because he is vibing back towards hero. I think he's now more in hero personally.
So what I would say is Rettles did turn it on when they were against. Oh, they reverse swept. Was it when he was still with SSG, maybe? They reverse swept someone last year. And when they were 2-0 down, he was quiet. And when it was 2-2, he was quiet. And as soon as they went like 3-1 up in game 5, suddenly he was like, yeah, that's what we bring it here. Do you remember that? And I think it was in London. So whoever Rettles was playing for in London. And that I didn't back that. I didn't rate that. So I think he's basically, what I'm saying is he's definitely still got a villain in him. But he doesn't always let it out.
Because he does. No, I'm gonna counter that because he hosts the tournaments that he's done, the smaller bubble tournaments, and he's hosted the women's tournaments as well.
He didn't just host; he also funded.
Yeah, he's funded them, I think, with sponsorship too.
Yeah.
So he's at least had those conversations going on. He does news and stuff, I believe, on YouTube. And generally in his gameplay, when he's playing a lot, he's a lot more respectful.
Should we go there? Just like
he's tipping.
He's in the tipping.
I think what we should clarify is between villain and hero. For some, it will mean that they are neutral.
True.
But for Rettles, it means that he is on the transition towards hero.
I'd also say he's maybe like here for Rettles. He's on the he's sitting there. It's like a video game. He is your character cube. You know, and you go, boop, 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 and he'd always land on this line. That's what I'd say. Because historically...
Would people still associate him with villain? I don't think they would now.
Oh, I think they would. Especially his playstyle, you know, he's still bumpy, still demo-y. If you're against Rettles, you're annoyed at him.
Maybe you put him so he's sitting right in the corner of Goated and Villain.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah?
I'd be okay with that.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go to... Pick. I will pick... I'm trying to pick someone who could be... Oh, is Scrub in here? Scrub Killer.
Scrub Killer.
Now, where is Scrub Killer? Because at the moment, with regards to hero villain, he's over here.
Big boy Hogan mode.
Bro.
Of course he is.
Everyone loves the bro. Everyone loves the gold lover.
Bro.
But
I think
he's been here. He's not been there. He's been there. He's been about there in his time.
Yeah.
He's definitely goated. He's definitely up here. I think Scrub
Killer
is
he's
more
won where
goated than
Metsanauris
Mets.
hasn't.
Exactly. Yeah. World Championship winner. The previous sort of zen of his era.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely like very low below goated.
I think now where he is, I think you've dropped him in the perfect place.
I think I might have accidentally done that as well. That's my brain.
I think you've nailed that.
That's all that muscle memory I'm gaining from improving at Rocket League. It's just guiding me into the right direction.
I think you've done well. Yeah, I'm happy with Scrub Killer there. He's on the hero side of things now. People want to see him succeed because he had his peak, his trough, and now he's back on that peak again. And when people are on this secondary peak, that's when people are wanting to see them succeed. So
I think he'd hate you if you said he was peaking now, but I see your point.
Sorry, he's on the elevation, but he's very close to a peak.
Okay, your turn next.
Extra. Give me extra.
Give you extra.
Extra. Read all the wall hits. Nice.
That's like you're going to use
one point when I've been waiting for about a year to use that, but I just really cast BDS. It's really annoying. I know he doesn't even play, so that's annoying.
That's even more so. More difficult. It'd be weird if you did that after Rice scored a goal.
Yeah, true. He's towards hero.
But I don't, because we talked about extra.
I think he's got the French debuff. Unfortunately, I think the rest of the world has got the French debuff, and so North Americans don't like him as much.
Okay, that makes sense for sure.
I'd put him halfway up Metsanauris.
He was also the villain at Dallas Fort Worth at Worlds, playing for BDS in particular. I know you said the North Americans, but more specifically, when BDS won that, everyone was going, "Come on G2," or just "Come on, not BDS." I think. Yeah. He was part of the BDS mainstay. They were the big bad. No matter how lovely he is, he was part of the big bad. I think here, because he's been benched, people are rooting for him to come back.
Yeah.
And definitely higher up. So, like,
I think more people love him than think, I don't want to see him win this series against my team.
Yeah.
And I'd put him higher than Scrub.
What, for goated?
Yes.
What, extra is more goated?
Yes.
Because goated is a specific term.
Yes.
I disagree with that.
You disagree?
Yeah, because...
Extra dominating RLCS X.
Yeah.
Smashing through and winning the World Championships after having 2 disappointing lands that Scrub also wasn't attending. Scrub was not that good on Dignitas either. They had multiple awful results when Extra was thriving. Yeah, absolutely Extra is above Scrub.
I think that Scrub Killer, the fact that he is this sort of cherished newbie, and has been since the game came out. Goated is a specific term. We're not talking peak skill.
I think extra's
We're not talking. I disagree completely. Scrub Killer. Really? Who's going to live longer in the memory? In 10 years' time, when we're looking back on Rocket League 1, when Rocket League 3 is about to come out, we're not going to go like, oh, remember Extra? And everyone around the table goes, oh, yeah. Remember Scrub?
Yes!
Oh my god, yes, Scrub Killer.
Will.
No
what are you
chance.
On about?
Is Extra more goated than Scrub Killer?
Yes. Chat is also
he's been benched. No, it's 50-50 in chat. And you don't know what Theo Mash is saying yes to.
No, sorry. Extra's absolutely more goated than Scrub. Extra over Scrub, no way. Yes. Oh, no, sorry. I thought it was going the other way. Okay, fair enough.
So it's basically it's a mishmash. Scrub Killer is way bigger. Rare Cole W. Extra's already been forgotten. Scrub better than Extra.
This is literally trading sites.
No, it's not. Rare Cole W. Extra's already been forgotten.
Corey's right, though.
Wait, is Corey someone in chat?
I have no idea. I just thought Corey is right.
It literally says Cole down there if you're referring to me. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
No! Scrub is not more goated than Extra.
you're against the people. I mean, you've got presumably tunes on your side.
I'm absolutely not saying. I do not think that Extra is anywhere below Scrub at all. Can we put them the same level?
I can begrudgingly accept that.
I think it is bonkers to put Extra below Scrub. I think that is absurd.
They're just different, but this is very
Extra
much apples
has
versus
more
oranges.
Success than Scrub Killer has.
But I just wouldn't say that's what goated means. Goated is about the pizzazz of someone. Goated is about what they bring to the table. Goated is about their legacy.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Extra...
no, that's what it stands for. But I think the actual meaning of the word goated, a big part of that is what they bring. Different type of goat, exactly.
I'd agree that they are different.
I'll begrudgingly give you... Can I...
No. Absolutely not. No, higher.
You are such a... Right, there you go. I think that's dead on.
That looks level to me, yeah.
Okay, God, that was more controversial than it should have been. He's not goated. He's been benched by
PDS. So goated. He won the first land back after absolutely dominating RLCS. Yes, they faltered vitality, etc.
He had a peak.
They then came back and then smashed out the full major. Okay, Marked by 8 then was not part of that team to that then won Worlds with a brand new player after having to change.
So would you say Monkey Moon is more goated than Scrub
Let's
Killer?
grab him.
Oh no, why are we doing that?
Let's grab him. Let's grab him. I'm just saying, let's grab Monkey Moon.
This isn't fucking first touch. We're meant to agree on things. Let's put him down there, the prick.
Right, I can accept that next.
Right, more towards villain because he's the big bad king. I think he's more towards
villain.
Big bad,
yeah, I agree.
And he's got his tilt factor. There's a lot of. I think he's nudging villain. Why is he so low? I haven't moved it yet. I'm saying the villain, right, left and right. Right, let's just put him here for argument's sake. Where do you think? I think.
You have to go higher. We can't see it. First.
Oh, sorry. I think there, villain-wise. Just nudging into villain.
Nudge into villain. Like I said, he's got the French debuff. He likes to shit talk every now and then.
Has his tilt factor.
Has a little bit of tiltage.
Quite ruthless with kicking people as well.
I'd argue he isn't ruthless with kicking people. I'd argue that it's done when necessary, and he held on for longer than... Oh, rather, the team held on. I wouldn't put that on Monkey Moon, personally.
Who'd they hold on to for too long? Who got held on to for too long in your statement?
Extra did.
What a goat. What a fucking goated Extra.
He is a goat.
He's not a goat, mate. I love him.
You're saying that Extra's not a goat?
I'm saying that Extra's not a goat, yeah. I'm saying that benched and looking for a team Extra.
What?
How young, he's only been going for about 2 seasons. He's not like he's Metsanauris, or 3, it's not like Metsanauris being here since day 1.
Gosh!
Who's thinking like, I really wish that Extra was still on the team after seeing BDS playing at the moment?
That's a good point from Mr. Penguin in chat. Scrub got kicked and he's a goat.
But Scrub's 40! He had his career, good for him, and even he...
Scrub got double reverse swept on LAN. Extra, then against him, he then got perfect swept by FaZe at that same LAN. It was not a good winter major for either of them.
Anyway, we've had that discussion, so Monkey Moon. Right, I think here for villain.
I would agree with you on that, yeah. And I'm... Higher than Scrub. Yes, higher than Scrub. Higher than Scrub.
It's a better argument. I'm less exasperated. I'll put him higher than Scrub if I can just extra 1 pixel below Scrub.
I will accept that. I will accept that Extra goes a smidge below if Monkey goes a smidge higher.
There you go, like that.
I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that because Monkey Moon is more goated.
It's the perfect sort of deal where no one's actually completely happy. That means it's a good deal. Okay.
But yeah. Monkey Moon, he has been the guy. Extra has not been the guy, in fairness. Scrub has been the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey Moon has been and is starting to... I don't think he will be again, considering you've got your Viteras and you've got your Zens, but he is going to be one of the guys. So.
And I think he'll be remembered as well, Monkey Moon.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so...
Let's get a villain. Let's get an actual villain.
An actual villain.
Is Rapid on here? Oh, Rapid's on here. There he is. Because I see a bottom left corner lurker.
Oh. No, he's sort of...
I see a bottom left corner lurker.
Rapid has been on the comeback in that regard. I think here...
Let's have a look. Oh, wait. Do you mean villainy or do you mean?
I mean in regards to villainy or
because
hero-y.
I'm sorry, he's sitting on the floor.
He's an RLRS for sure. He's on the floor. So
Yeah,
where
he's
does
sitting on
rapid
the
land
floor.
between? Oh, where does rapid land between here and here? Anywhere along there.
I would put him because he did that one apology.
Yeah,
Closer to villain.
And also, he's got himself involved in the conversation.
Closer to villain.
Closer than this.
But Cole, we should remind people it's not about liking them. And you said about being in the conversation. It's about are they a villain in the scene?
That's true. Okay,
closer to villain.
Okay, yeah, okay. He has been
genuinely put him like.
To be fair,
as close to it as you can.
All right, I'll do that. There's not quite.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, one more.
Because
there you
go. That's the apology in that gap.
It's the apology, and it's also the fact that with his shit talking, he's not scuttled off into the distance after it's not gone right. He's put himself out there still.
I respect him for it.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant, but he is still a bottom left lurker.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, Jack. I'll go with him.
Abjack is up towards hero.
I think like there. Because the North Americans love him because he said we represent North America. Or do they not? Have I missed?
I would argue that some of them don't because he is stealing land spots from NA teams, and that has been a common thing that has been said. People, bear in mind, saying, do you remember that Reddit post?
I believe you, but I've not seen that.
Do you remember that Reddit post people saying about complexity and stuff, saying like they're stealing land spots?
Yeah.
That Genji was also brought up in that argument because then the people said that they can't support North America on LAN because they don't have North American players. I've seen a lot of people then bring Gen G into that argument as well. I inherently disagree with that.
Yeah. From what I understand,
because
he had his hi everyone, welcome to hi. He had all that and he played it like a legend.
Brilliant.
Whenever he's brought up, people love him. He's got his memes of like open net misses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Done loads of tutorials and analytical content. There may be a few people that think, those places should go to fucking Chicago, but. I mean, that's a bad example.
I think there are quite a few people that would think that. I think he's between Extra and Metza. I think he's somewhere in that range. I think there's actually a pretty good place in fairness.
And then they've slowed down a bit. If they'd carried on after the fall, we'd be talking here. I think there.
No. He's below high? Extra.
It's annoying.
Sorry, I was saying no to when you had him above Extra and Scrub because I don't think he is.
How about there?
Do you want to move it just a little bit just so we can see the A? Yeah, that's good.
Move Extra just a little bit. There you go.
That's cool. Nice. Well, Abjack, you've got a little bit of more heroicism.
We won't do this for every player that's interesting, but let's just see.
Let's go to North American player. Chicago. Where's he sitting?
Here on Hero.
He's generally very loved.
Yeah, no one dislikes Chicago. Good interviewer.
Very good interviewer. Good for content as well. Yep.
Good videos.
Very nice guy in person too.
Yep.
Somewhere around the Extra level, I would say. The issue is we're going to have quite a few people clumped up in that area.
And it's a big fuck-off cube for each and every one of them, baby.
Yeah. I think that Chicago... I think you should go in between Scrub and Extra on that side. Ideally, I'd have him basically where Extra is, essentially. But we can't do that.
What about like there?
For the sake of the boxes, I am happy with that.
Okay, right. Somebody wanted Archie. Let's put Archie in there.
Archie.
Definite villain.
He's a villain.
Yeah, he loves having a go at people. He's quite cocky as well. Mm-hmm. Likes to give interviewers nothing. Archie, you must be thrilled at that performance.
Yeah.
Which actually is a bad interview question because you've said, you must be yes or no. So, how do you feel after that performance?
Or just still a bad interview question?
Well, no, not necessarily. I think it depends on the person you're interviewing. I've got nothing wrong with how do you feel to start off with because that's what people care about.
I think for a very big moment, it's good. I think for your standard series, it's bad.
This is a different conversation. I think it's fine because I think that's one, if you're trying to impress interviewers, you wouldn't ask that question. If you're trying to get the audience to understand what the person's thinking, you would.
I think it's just boring, and I think it doesn't give people that much to work with in terms of answering, unless they are professional sports players who are then actually good at answering, and they can then bring that into,
funnily enough,
the team's also feeling great, we had quite a rough blah, blah, blah.
Funnily enough, I disagree about that as well, because a professional interviewee will know what to say and what not to say. Oh, yeah, it's a great performance, but I really want to give the praise to the boys. They performed so well or whatever. Someone who's not professional might say, I'm fucking buzzing off my tits. Oh, what a performance from the lads. Do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, that's one for a future episode of interview questions. We can rate interview questions, which is why my point of how do you feel is a good one. Anyway, Archie. Further towards villain.
He's towards villain. He's not nearly at comm. He's not loud enough.
True.
Like, he's not.
How about
not
there?
out there enough.
How about there?
Archie, are we talking about Archie when he gives a shit about playing Rocket League? Or are we talking about Archie when he's too cool and is just buying Off-White instead?
The fact that we're having that conversation bumps him over there.
Archie could just be higher, couldn't he? I don't think he should be, but he could just be higher.
What do you mean?
He could be more goated. He should be more goated.
And the fact
that he gave a shit about the game.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
leave him there.
Maybe. Yeah, because he's not that much of a villain. I don't know. I think less villain.
Okay.
Less villain. Just there. Yeah.
Just nudge him a little
bit less. Yeah.
Oh, I've got.
But then less than comm. Goated wise.
Really?
Hang on.
That's
Wait.
frustration.
I'm thinking about results. Comm has had better results, but Archie individually is a better player. Therefore, maybe Archie's a bit higher than Comm actually in that regard. So yeah,
keep me equal because the fact that Comm has survived on that team is part of his goatedness.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to chuck in first killer.
Interesting. So we have a bit of bias because FaZe in of themselves have got themselves in hot water, and we generally disagree with a lot of the things that we see a lot of the people at FaZe do. Whether it's the homophobia, the general bigotry that comes out, any racism. FaZe clans seem to be a little bit of a breeding pool for things like that, which is a big shame because there's no place for that in gaming. Historically, of course, that's never touched the Rocket League team, which is fantastic. So I think we have to try and get rid of our FaZe haze that we have around us that might mar our idea of any FaZe players. So I would say he's not a hero. He is going to be.
He has been quite.
He
has been villainous. When he burst onto the scene with Rogue. Yeah, and they kicked Wonder. And it was like Kronovi's next, smiley face. I know it's a long time ago, but he had that sort of cocky youngster. He had that cocky youngster thing going on. He's also, for the team to root against FaZe, it's like old Cloud9 rooting against the robots. You know,
that's fair.
I think he's definitely goated. I think he's the most goated player of. He hasn't won,
no.
but I think he's still goated. He's carried
more goated than Monkey Moon.
And then a world champion. Okay,
a world championship and a major win where First Killer's got to one grand final.
First Killer's just below, but First Killer's always been the best on his team.
Yes, correct.
And always probably will be the best on his team. He is more of a carry than Monkey Moon ever was because BDS, we talked about, early BDS, it was about, they're team players and they half rotate so aggressively, but they know what they're doing. Do you remember all that? No one ever says with FaZe Clan or whoever First Killer has played for at the time, like, wow, their team ethic changes the game. It's
they rotate well.
He's
no
that
one ever
guy.
say that FaZe rotate well.
He's that guy,
And he has also been the guy as well.
For a long time.
In various parts.
I think have him there.
Yeah, I would say... No, he's less villain. He's less villain.
Okay, I can give you that. Let's put him next to Monkey Moon.
I think he's less villain than Monkey Moon.
Really?
Annoyingly, I'd put him in near enough the same place as Monkey Moon. But these big old fat fucking boxes just don't let us do that.
Yeah, true. I'll put him here. I think he's more villainy than Monkey Moon for sure.
But for the record, would we both have him closer to Monkey Moon, but the boxes don't allow us?
I'm happy there personally. I think the First Killer doesn't care at all about being the bad guy as well.
Okay, fair enough.
Should we do a couple more?
We need a hero that's shit. Garrett G.
No, because goated is such a historical term. That's the problem of goated. Because he'd be up here again. Mate, I've got the perfect villain that's shit.
I'm sorry,
or hero that's shit. But I have to insert text here, so plus.
I'm so intrigued.
Text. Oh, you know who it is. Text GDO plus.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh, of course I do.
There
he is.
There he is up here.
There he is.
Do you want to say while I'm moving for the listeners?
CJ.
I'll just make him big.
No, he can't be that big. CJ, he is a bottom right Randy. He's a hero, but he is RLRS level. Probably harsh to him. He would be higher up, but it's funny to have him bottom right corner as well.
And then for the wins against South American teams, you got to have him back there. I think having
a little bit up there.
Plus, I'm worried people will think this is a category because looking at it, it looks like it's goated villain, RLRS hero, CJ. Whereas if we lift it up, it's clear.
To CJ.
It's clear that that's where we've put him. I think
I'll put him closer to hero.
Okay, the thing is,
no, sorry, as in like right wise, yeah, but then put him further down.
About there.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay,
and that's those South American wins that are lifting him.
Yeah, above RLRS.
Okay, let's do
one
three more.
Okay, 3 more. All right, let's go through them quickly though, because we're
Fairy
through in time. Fairy Peak.
Because he has had.
I'm worried that you picked someone else that's up here.
He's heroic, but people I believe there's a bit of a spat with him and some Middle Eastern players.
What, the be careful thing, do you mean, or something?
Yeah, when he's doing like the whole be careful. Oh, no, Astral. Never mind. Sorry, get rid of.
I can't. We can't on this stupid thing. Where does Fairy Peak go? Let's keep him
in between Scrub and Extra, somewhere around there in that little gap. Just chuck him in the gap.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who did you have? Astral.
Astral. Yes, Astral there.
He should be.
There he
is. Astral. So he's definitely more villain.
Goated villain.
I don't think he's full villain. He's not
like
full
there. Villain, yeah.
He's like there is Astral. Middle. I think
he's more goated than First Killer. He's
had
worse results than First Killer.
I'll put him below.
Oh, of course. Sorry, yeah, that's the up and down. Yeah.
More of a villain, but not quite as goated.
I think more villain than that.
I don't think he's sort of quite quiet at the moment, isn't he? He's been chill for
at
a little
the moment,
bit.
But historically.
Okay.
Historically.
Right. Who's next then?
We need someone else on the lower half.
Mark by 8.
Someone who's not that good. Oh, perfect.
Mark by 8. I think he's sort of mid-tier. I think he's dead on. Oh, he's more hero. I think he's about there because people are rooting for Mark by 8 to make his comeback.
Cole.
What?
I offer you a place for Mark by 8.
Okay.
The middle.
No.
The absolute
he's more
dead
hero.
Middle Mark by 8.
He's more hero. People like Mark by 8. I like Mark by 8. Am I alone? Right, chat. You guys can. He was
also part of the RLCS X team, so I don't think he can go that low.
Yeah.
He also absolutely smashed it out with G1 to get to the major, and then flopped out the major, unfortunately.
And then got dropped, and then they were even worse.
And then got dropped. What, BDS or
no? G1.
Oh, G1. Yeah. Then that was quite funny.
I'd put him here.
I'll be okay with that, but yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, if his underscores are in line with the line, then I'm.
Yeah, they are about. Okay, let's see. One really interesting person. Who are we forgetting? Chat, feel free to help us out.
Rise.
Yes. Okay, big villainous Rise.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. Rise is he's a big boy. So
there.
Is he more villainous? I think he's the same villainous as Com personally.
No, he did
start a lot of shit with his roster move, actually.
And he said, I've salted the earth of EU Twitter. I love it. Com is very pantomime with his villainy, whereas Rise is a bit more competitive.
Pleasure in it.
Yeah, I think Rise is a bit more competitive of his villainy. That's fair. I definitely think he's more villainous than Com, and he's also a better player. In terms of goatedness,
because
it's tough when there's Monkey Moon and First Killer.
It's hard to balance the goatedness when you look at him as an individual and him on a team.
And what he does to teams.
He has made his team win. He has made BDS considerably better.
Fucking Queso.
Over fucking Extra as well.
So let's move Extra down a little bit.
So hard.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Less of that, you.
I think keep him there. Alongside a little bit higher
many
than Astral.
lands.
Move Astral down a tiered. There you go. I think Astral's a bit high and goated, actually. I think there for Astral. There for Astral and there for Rise. What do you reckon?
Rise, I don't think can be as high as Fairy Peak.
It gets tough when you try and balance it with everyone else. It's like, but he should be higher there. Everyone else has to move a bit. Let's go with that.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Rise is above Appjack, but below Fairy Peak.
Okay, one more. Look for the most interesting player here that we can talk about. A Turbo would be there. Obviously, the GOAT. Is there anyone else that jumps out as being more interesting?
Pop Turbo on.
Yeah, okay. Turbo. So, he's up here.
He's on the GOAT line. He is the GOAT.
And then there, not quite. No, he's got a lot. He's had a lot of Fairy, but I don't want to.
Cole,
fuck off, Fairy.
No, he is somewhere. Right, people love him now. People absolutely adore him now.
He was the big bad.
He was. We literally chanted the Imperial March when Dignitas
came
out.
Fuck off, Turbo.
That's the only one the Americans got involved with.
Oh man. Let's.
I think he's in.
Maybe there at the start
villain.
Of these steps. No, not in villain. He can't be.
I think he's in villain because we love him. Everybody, right? This is the thing.
Everyone that matters loves him.
This is the tough one. Everybody loves him. If you say, "Do you like Turbo?" Everyone's like, "Yes, I love Turbo. He's brilliant."
Everyone.
But when he played, when he was good, he was the villain
until he went to NRG. Because even if people disliked him in the Dignitas days or Northern Gaming days or whatever, as soon as he moves over to North America, he becomes truly beloved then by the North American, and the Europeans wanted him to win as well because he's Turbo. Everyone was on his side. Everyone, fuck you, Dragon and Vitality, wanted NRG to win Season 8. That doesn't happen if he's anywhere approaching villain ever, even if he's had a come up. He's got to be
the grand finals. Literally, Gregan, our mate, is for the other team, have just lost, and we're going fucking bananas for NRG. That, by the way, is one of the moments that sums up why EU crowds are generally better as well. Because literally one of our best mates coached the losing team, and we were so happy for the opposition.
I mean, we're chanting, "Fuck off, Gregan!"
Gregan, do a backflip, break your neck. So,
You happy? Any that jump out as wrong?
Turbo is the one that I make it just so you can see the S and the C from Scrub.
Okay, I'll give you that. How about half the S and a bit of the C?
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
And then people on Twitter, make sure that you save and download that cool. Actually, get a screenshot.
Yeah, I'll get a screenshot of that. Should I tweet it out now?
From your OBS, bear in mind, because you've got CJ on there.
Oh, good point. Okay.
But yeah, then we'll tweet that out afterwards. Every single person who's listening on the audio one, make sure that you have a look at our Twitter, the SubPar NHT Twitter, Avagander, and you'll be able to see our tier list. And let us know how you agree, how you disagree, where would you people, you know?
Yeah, nice. Can I make this full screen on OBS so I can get a big screenshot? Can you do a full screen preview?
Just drag it bigger.
Okay, fine.
Oh, then CJ mute. Yeah, then just select CJ. Okay.
All right, there you go. I'll do that for a second. Sorry, everyone watching on YouTube or whatever. Actually, oh my god. CJ, come here, you little shit.
There we are. He was not that high.
Where was he? Here.
Down. That. Then more right.
Huh? More right.
More right. So he's touching like Metsa is.
CJ.
Nice. Get that screenshot.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Screenshot mode. Do this. Oh, I hate when the little blue and green things come up on OBS and ruin it. Do you know what I mean? The little lines of, did you want to move?
Yeah. Oh, did they do that for snipping tool?
Yeah. No, sometimes, if you've dared click in the most recent times. Right, I've got that. I'm going to paste that to you just so we've got it for later. Because otherwise we'll end up screenshotting something else and ruining it all.
Otherwise, Cole, I have a game for you.
Ooh.
What's
it called, mate?
Make that smaller.
Yeah, do you?
Yeah,
I quite like it like that.
Make that smaller. I'm still breathing.
Bit smaller. Chrome podcast.
Go make it smaller. Go make it smaller.
There you go, it's small. It's small, mate.
Make it smaller. Make it look actually good.
This is why this should be you. We need to get it back to you doing this because you're so much better at this shit.
So ugly.
How do I make it good? All right, talk me through this.
CJ's still there. What are you doing?
Why is CJ? All right, CJ's gone. CJ's out of here.
Okay.
And then why has it gone wrong sized? That's better, isn't it? Is that better?
It's still very small for me, but it's
I need to zoom now.
Cool goal.
Hello.
That's a weird place to listen from.
Oh, it probably is, to be fair, but I don't know yet.
Cole, I have a place for you from where people have listened to from last week to the SubPar Poddy C.
Okay. Tell me, where
do you give a shit out of interest, or should we just move on to the RLCS?
This is why you're meant to be the host producer, and I'm meant to be the witty, handsome one who sort of brings comedy to proceedings. But no, it's
Constance. Baden-Württemberg.
Baden-Württemberg. Okay.
Baden-Württemberg.
Sounds good.
So, Coco, I have got 3 facts for you.
Okay. Are they all facts? That's my question.
They're not all facts.
What?
That's the funny part. One of them is a lie. 2 of them are correct. I want you to identify which one I'm lying about with this place. So, my first fact is thus. I'm going to paste it in as well because I'm clever.
I've just now remembered how to do the Monty Hall thing, so we can do that. We can Monty Hall it properly this week.
No, but I don't want you to have higher chances.
No, but it's fun to Monty Hall it.
No, because then you're just going to win.
No, I'm not. I might lose, and that's even funner. All right, okay. I'll play it properly, and then we can have Monty Halled it retroactively, and we'll see if I'd have got it.
Oh, my God. Okay, right. Why can't we just play my game?
We will, and we are. Get on with it.
The first one, the first fact
what could it fucking be?
Germany's first railway line was built between Konstanz and Stuttgart.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. That's cool.
There you go. Germany's first railway line was built between Konstanz and Stuttgart.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about that one so far?
Sounds viable. Germany loves its rails. Konstanz and Stuttgart are places in Germany.
Yeah.
I need to not look at chat because there's someone in chat that's from this place and probably knows. So I'm no longer looking at chat from this point onwards.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Right. Yeah, because 5 people listened from this place. The last podcast.
A little viewing party. They all ganged up in a lounge and just listened to it and, I don't know.
The second
did
one.
alcohol. Yeah.
In the 1400s, a man called Jan was burned at the stake.
A man called Jan. A man was burned at the stake.
A man called Jan.
Because typically that was a bit of a feminist movement being burnt at the stake, right? It was the women.
Feminist movement.
It's the women that insisted.
I said, oh, please burn me at the stake.
That's what they said.
Okay. And then, Cole, the final one is in the harbour of Konstanz. There is an 18-ton statue of a woman holding a baby in each hand.
In each hand?
Also, she spins in a circle.
do the babies not get ill? Is she spun on water? Is she spinning on water?
Cool. I cannot give you any more information than what I have given you there.
I want to know so much more.
3 facts. But Cole, could you reiterate them for all of our audio
Germany's
listeners?
first railway line was built between Konstanz and Stuttgart. In the 1400s, a man called Jan was burnt at the stake. And in the harbour of Konstanz, there's an 18-ton statue of a woman holding a baby in each hand. Also, she spins in a circle.
What are you thinking? What are your vibes?
All of these are wild. Right, the most normal one. Okay, obviously the normal one is Germany's first railway line. Okay. I was going to say land. Line. Because I was thinking land.
Railway line.
It's because we're going to Germany for the land. First railway line was built between Konstanz and Stuttgart. That's so dull that I think you've tried to meta-game it. I'm saying that the top one is a lie and the second and third are true. So in the 1400s, a man called Jan was burned at the stake. And in the harbour of Konstanz...
Tell me one of the true ones that you would like to knock out.
Get rid of the 1400s. That one's 100% true.
That's true.
Even if you don't think it's true, statistically, there probably was a man called Jan burned at the stake.
Cole.
Yeah?
I can confirm to you that a man called Jan...
Burn him.
In the 1400s...
Set him alight. Set him alight, baby. Come on. Where's the gasoline?
Was burned at the stake.
Come on.
He was.
Burn, baby.
I need to do Control F Jan now. He was like an actual person.
Called Jan, I imagine.
Yeah. Jan Hus, in
the middle of our street.
Nice. 6th of July, 1415, was a threat to Christianity by the Roman Catholic Church and was burned at the stake.
I'm sorry that I'm sorry that happened to you, Jan. I am sorry, but
yeah, I don't think he's listening.
That's a point for me. So shall I highlight this bad boy green?
Pop that bad boy green.
Oh, shouldn't you be the
No, wrong one. You've highlighted the wrong one.
Can you do that bit?
Okay. You sounded really sad.
I see the actual wrong bullet point.
Yeah, that's on the wrong bullet point.
Right, but yeah, you're the host for this bit. Actually, you're the fucking host, so you should highlight it. Right, so Monty Hall...
So, right, explain to me the Monty Hall again, because you also pasted in an explanation here.
Yeah, really good explanation from Tsixuru60. Switching your pick after one of the truths is revealed increases your odds of winning from 33 to 66. Switching your pick after one of the truths is revealed.
Okay.
So one of the truths has been revealed.
And you had the railway line as your...
Yep. So now I should switch to
the
harbour.
It from 33 to 66.
Apparently true. I better swap. In the harbour of Constance, there's an 18-ton statue. But no, I can't do it. No, that's too good. And I believe it. And if that's a lie, respect, especially because you make these up out of nowhere.
So
I'm
after
fucking
all of this about the Monty Hall.
Fuck you to 6 or a 6-0. Look how long this comment was.
Oh, can you read all of it? And then...
Switching your pick after one of the truths is revealed increases your odds for winning from 33% to 60%, not 50%. The good intuitive way to understand it is this. Imagine that instead of 3, you had to pick the single lie to have 1,000 statements. You choose one and let's be honest, the odds of being right are not on your side. Something reveals 998 of those statements as true. The only statements he leaves out of this are the one you picked, obviously, the one statement that he conspicuously skipped. Then he asks you, would you like to switch? I believe at those numbers, it becomes very clear that you should indeed switch. That is probably switching to that one other fact that is probability equivalent to you being allowed to pick 999 statements, i.e. the 998 Stumpy revealed to be true, plus the one he skipped as potentially false. As long as the one false statement is between those 999, you win. Likewise, with 3 choices, switching is equivalent to telling Stumpy at the beginning of the game, screw your rules, I'm going to pick 2 choices, and if either one is a lie, I win. The only reason the Monty Hall problem has stumped so many people is that people are blinded by the fact that 33% is still kind of decent odds. People will from time to time be led to picking the wrong choice after switching. If you're allowed to try many times, however, it becomes clear that always switching leads to a 60% win rate.
So, Cole?
Yep.
Are you going to switch?
No, fuck Monty.
You're not going to switch?
Fuck Monty.
After that. Very good comment, by the way, which I now understand the Monty Hall problem.
Did you? Because I read it so clearly.
Yeah, that was the perfect one. So, can you just confirm to me, Cole?
I'll highlight it for visual
which one
learners.
You think is the lie?
The lie.
And can you also confirm whether you're Monty Halling or not?
I'm not Monty Halling. I'm sticking with my original answer, which is that the boring one at the start, I think you've double bluffed me.
Okay.
Triple, however many bluffs. There's bluffs that's gone into it. And I think the boring one is the lie because there has to be an 18-ton statue of some double-babied mother doing constant 360s in the harbour of Constance 360s. 18 tons of her. Big lady.
And you don't want to double your odds?
No, show me the big lady.
Cole?
Yep.
I can confirm to you that the truth is...
In the harbour of Constance. Say it. Oh,
she exists.
There she is.
She exists.
Oh my god, a baby in each hand. I thought
a
you
baby
meant like
in
an
each
arm.
Hand. No, a baby in each
Why
hand.
are her babies little pixie king creatures?
And every 3 minutes, she fully rotates.
Wow. Let's rotate the woman. Look at her. If you're listening on Spotify, give her a
Isn't she
go.
magnificent?
What's she called? The Harbour of Constance.
Her name is Imperia.
Imperia. What's that?
Yeah.
3.18. It's almost pi down there. 3.18 meters.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, so it was a lie. She's actually 3.18 meters.
Oh, and also
tall.
apparently, sorry, she's holding 2 men on her hands.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow. So I've done it again. I've got it right again.
Go. But you anti-Monty Hall. You had worse odds, and yet you got it correct.
Sometimes when you believe, and that is why I am going to the nearest casino. I'm going to take all the money out the SubPar account. I'm going to put it all on the number 9.
I think we looked at the SubPar account. There's like 80 quid in there, so it's basically nothing.
Putting it all on the number 9.
That's fair. Cole, how does it feel? You got 2 right in a row. That's the first thing you've ever got one right on this segment.
And yeah, I've done it twice in a row. None of what you say makes
Yeah.
any sense at all. But yeah, happy days.
Good job. Well, that was a weird place to listen from.
And it was, to be fair.
Yeah. Should we quick fire some questions?
Yeah, super quick fire mode. Let's just do that. I'm playing with this sizing quite a lot today, aren't I?
You really are.
I'm having to. Okay, CoolCon93. Does the 93 refer to your age or birth date? Stumpy, do you want to answer that one?
It refers to the number of centimetres his hairline has receded by.
Your turn.
At Bilgeman, why can't we ask questions on Discord?
Yeah, so
Maybe
basically...
people can in the future.
No, fuck that, because the reason that we get them to do it on Twitter is for marketing. If people see questions on Twitter, they say, wow, this podcast is flourishing. If some dingy little nerd asks a question on our dusty, nasty Discord, who does that appeal to? Oh, the people who are already on our Discord. That's so basic! At SOLRSDL, do you guys think Unreal Engine 5 will be out in the next 5 years?
I think it's already out. I think it was released last year or so. Does he mean Rocket League?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, I've no idea. I'm going to say Yes, because I lose nothing by saying that.
There you go. Stumpy, your turn.
Cole, what do you think?
Yeah.
Right, cool.
I mean, the beta is pretty exciting that we've been playing. That's good.
Yeah, the people don't know.
Oh, shit, right. Move on quick. Your turn.
Yeah. Which players get you the most hype?
Rise, joy over Tira.
The arm thing was awful.
What's wrong with the arm thing?
That's awful.
Are you more of a that when you're jumping about? What do you do when you're jumping about?
Terrible.
What do you do when you're jumping about?
Do you do that? Were you doing that? Like you're a rave?
I do rave, mate. I raved to Rise, joy over Tira. I did at London.
You were doing the arms.
Yeah, you do. Or it could be like a bouncy. That's mate. That's football crowd. That's what football crowds do. They bounce.
Awful.
In Cambridge, when me and my mate Arthur went to see them stay up, they got chants all about bouncing. You know, like they shouted like, "Oh, if you don't bounce in 5 seconds, fuck off! 5, 4, 3, 2, away!" And then they all bounce. They love a bounce at Cambridge.
That's awful. What players get me the most hype?
Quick fire.
Recently, either Zen or Vatira get me the most hype.
Zen or Vatira.
Nice.
What goal have you casted that made you want to say, "Holy shit"? But obviously, you had to be professional.
Thing is, I don't think of swearing at all when I'm casting. Like when I'm like in like the arena or whatever. I don't ever think that. I think the closest would be when Space Station conceded at 9 seconds in London. And Cole, all me and you did while Jorby spoke was go,
I'll tell you what, you will think of swearing when you and I cast the World's Final and the last goal goes in, Zen scores it, and I say, they think it's all over, it dubs now. That will make you think of swearing. Do you think trash talk...
Would you be annoyed then if after that I just went, fuck you?
You know, I'd love it. That's content, baby. Psyonix would pretend they hate it, but they would love it. Do you think trash talk belongs in esports in general?
Yes. So long as I would say, and maybe this is a bit soft of me, it revolves completely around the game. Personal attacks are personal attacks. I think that's just, it's taking it too far. I'd also agree for that in sports as well. For any competitors, because you are just as vulnerable as the other person that you're playing against. Trash talk, though, is good, so long as at the end of the game you can shake hands and be like, well played. Like how Com does, literally shake hands, move on.
And for the record, when I was being a little gobby twat in football yesterday, I never said anything like, "Oh, you've got 5 eyes, oh, you've got like shit glasses, mate," or anything like that.
The keeper's there wearing 2.5 pairs of glasses. Like, oh. Starts crying.
Out of 5 eyes. Liquid everywhere.
Do you think trash talk belongs in esports?
It's great. It makes it more exciting. It gives us all something to talk about. Keep it up. Hashtag. We need more comms. Favorite 3 pizza toppings? Go, go, go.
Mine's a bit... I don't know if mine's boring. Pepperoni is like the GOAT one. I love pepperoni a lot. Endure, like sausage, is amazing. Like little like spicy sausage paste. I think you'd love it, Cole. It's so good. It's like Italian. It's really nice. And then I absolutely love a mushroom on a pizza. So I'll go with that.
I'll go with pepperoni. I'll go with olives. And I know it's probably basic, bitch, but I do love fucking sweet corn. Like corn on
I like
pizza.
sweet corn as well. No, I love sweet corn.
I thought you'd abuse me for that.
No, I think that's a bit of an English thing, though.
I know. Pizza Hut's the only one I knew that actually does it regularly. It's very rarely a thing.
Yeah, I like it.
I'll probably get people to hate me.
Okay, this isn't a question, but I want to get your take on it. One of my best friends eats these struggle meals. Pre-shredded cheese with black pepper, microwaved on a plate. Oh, you highlighted me as I can't read anything.
Oh, sorry.
Chef Boyardee raw, as in he cracks it open and eats it. What the hell is Chef Boyardee?
I don't know.
I'm Googling it.
Chef Boyardee.
Oh, it's like tinned ravioli.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He cracks it open and eats it.
Okay, raw, as in he cracks it open and eats it. I've done that as a teenager.
So wait, he eats uncooked pasta, basically, with cheese on?
No, because I believe it'd still be packed. It'd still be like a tin. It looked like it was a tin of, you know, you can like Tesco ravioli or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks like that. Yeah, like, I'm just going to send you a picture.
Put it in the thingy. Put it in the doc.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I hate it when our viewers see what we're talking about.
There you go. It's just a tin. There you go.
Okay, fine.
Okay, Chef Boyardee raw, as in he cracks it open and eats it. Okay, I've done that. There's nothing wrong with that. He tells me it's not weird. He is a salaried manager. I think this is insane and also gross. No, the ravioli, as a growing lad, when it got to like, I had my first dinner, I'd then go to bed. My parents would then go to bed at like 10 or whatever. When it got to like midnight, I'd then go downstairs, open the pantry, get myself a little tin of ravioli, and just eat it out the tin. Oh, it was brilliant.
I'm not into it. I'd rather have like a pack of Haribo or something. Never would I think, for an instant food stuff, never would I think of something in a tin. Ever.
Really?
I wouldn't, actually, would I? If it was baked beans, I'd think that's nasty. And I guess it's the closest, so I probably would think that's nasty. Yeah.
Pre-shredded cheese with black pepper microwaved on a plate. That's weird that there's nothing else with it.
Yeah, I'd rather just have a little bit of cheese just to nibble
I'd rather just go, cheese and crack some black pepper in my mouth.
I saw an article of someone that was addicted to cheese and had spent £65,000 on it this year. And the article was about biting into a cheddar lump.
What? How?
We haven't got time to go into it. We'll do it next time.
I don't think it's insane. I think... Why are they eating these struggle meals? Is it comfort food? Are they having a tough time at the moment and therefore they need that comfort food to then feel like they're in a little bit of a better place? It's not the best food, but it's like my comfort food would be like Richmond sausages. They were always made by my grandparents. They always remind me of being a kid eating my grandparents. And when I eat them, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It's a good memory. I know they're not the best sausages. I know they're made with pig's lips and arseholes. They're grim, but I still really like them. So chat to you, mate. Make sure that he's all good.
I like going to the Ivy and ordering a nice lobster in bourgeois sauce.
So your bourgeois. Can you let me know what's in a bourgeois sauce?
Yes. Eggs and brown. And a little bit of garnish of sea salt. They garnish the sea salt.
Garnish of sea salt. A garnish of sea salt, like flaky
that's
salt.
A bourgeois sauce of lobster, Pyrenees.
Cool. I'm not against struggle meals like butter sandwiches when times are tough. So why the fuck are you judging? Let your mate eat what he wants to fucking eat.
So Stumpy, it's fair to say you're not on Sol RSDL's side of all this.
These are all him.
Yeah, we went through a few big Solas. He's had
fucking hell, Sol.
I know. All right,
get a life.
Smite for us. What other esport would you guys like to cast if given the opportunity?
Overwatch 2 would be mine.
I mean, I'd love to do Counter-Strike, but I've got no idea about Counter-Strike. I think Fortnite would be a laugh, or PUBG, or one of those ones where you're watching people sort of creep up to each other,
Yeah.
Like Apex.
Yeah, I guess you're much more PUBG for that.
Yeah. Nice. There you go.
Cool. What's that final point?
I got it, mate. You have it.
The penultimate point.
You can host this shit. Go on.
Patrons, if anybody is still on our Patreon, thank you. Fuck you.
Time to get
back.
Go
fuck yourselves.
Yeah, time to come back if you left.
Yeah, come back. Help us out a little bit. Time's tough.
And then get fucked.
Enterprises and go get fucked. We might disappear randomly at some other point.
Yeah, mine didn't come in, so I've lost all of our SubPar coffers.
No, that's fair. Yeah, thanks everybody who is on there, and fuck you for having such bad control over your spending habits by giving it to us. Cheers though, guys. Appreciate it, and fuck you endlessly.
Finn.
Oh wait, Finn. Oh, that means end.
Yeah. It's like a sort of like old school
Do you know
this black and white
in,
artsy.
I believe it's in Swedish, I want to say.
Finn.
At the end of films, Finnish, or Finn in Swedish, is slut.
It also means hello in French. In
what, Finn?
No, sluts or slut. Because I remember...
Sure it's not just people talking to your mum?
No, I am sure, actually, because I remember there was a girl who lives in France for a few years. She was on MSN with her French pals back in the day, and they came on, and she went, slut. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. And she was like, oh, yeah, it means hello. And I was like, ha, you said slut. And she was like, yeah, no, it's like
you mean
short for
salute?
salute. No, they shorten it in the same way we might say hey instead of hello. Slut.
I say those, then they get rid of the A.
They're saying salute, but they're dropping the A, yeah.
Oh, that's fun. But yeah, slut in Swedish means final in English. So at the end of like silent film stuff, we just said slut.
There you go. Hello in French. Goodbye in Swedish.
Slut, everybody.